Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. This show is Fred Arnold on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. We're here in beautiful downtown Newhall at the new KHTS studios. This is our inaugural show. This is the first show they've recorded here.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully they're capturing it all, right?
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Isn't
it's
it great?
really nice. Yeah.
And I'm joined by Debbie Wolpert. Debbie, I've known Debbie for a couple decades now.
Yes.
She married a good high school friend of mine, Eric Wolpert.
Yes.
And they're involved with physical therapy.
Yes.
And that's your profession.
That's my profession.
But your passion is helping people live an abundant life.
Exactly.
A healthy life. And really that's my passion too.
Exactly. You know, I've been a physical therapist for 20 years, but prior to that, I have a bachelor's degree in exercise science, and I was helping people reach their goals. I was helping people lose weight, but I also worked with a diversity of people, everyone from people with heart conditions to the LA Lakers, the Dodgers, the Kings, and helping them reach their goals. So what I bring to the table is, 30 years of just helping people reaching their goals. And now that I don't want to say how old I am, but I'm at a point in life where...
You know what? You're at a point in life where you really, it helps to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
How's that?
And I'm wanting to help people live abundance and live fully right now.
Well, they say the new 50 is really 40.
You told them.
I wasn't referring to your age.
Well, it's out now. That's okay.
And the new 46 is the new 36,
okay,
right?
there we go. Yes.
Something like that. I think that's how it goes. But so you help, premier athletes become better.
I do.
I know I'm currently taking a vitamin you recommended, a vitamin pack every month.
Yeah.
And my goal is that I had a physical before and I'm going to do a physical after.
Yeah, and we're going
to see what the physical results are.
Exactly.
Of course, I'm exercising in between. I've been doing that for years, but to see what my levels are.
Exactly, because it really does make a difference. And so what I like to do right now is to help people take them where they are, but see, a lot of people aren't doing those meaningful activities in life because they feel like their health might be an obstacle. They don't want to go to the beach because they don't want to fit into the bathing suit. They don't want to get in the kayak because they don't know if they can get back out.
It's all in their head.
It is, and I want to, meet them where they are and just say, you know what, if we do a couple simple tweaks, we can help you live
Can we talk about helping people meet them where they're at? Because some people, I do these Ironman races, right?
Yes.
And for full disclosure, I've only done the 70.3, which was really hard, and my goal next year is to do the 140.
Yes.
But people just, I'll say, hey, let's go for a jog, and they'll be intimidated, no way. Mm-hmm. I said, I'll run with you for a mile.
Exactly.
And then we'll stretch, and then I'll run again a little further after. Or let's go work out at the gym. Well, you do it every day. Well, just work out for 30 minutes. Just don't kill yourself.
Yeah, and then it takes simple steps like that to help them. Okay, they'll run for a mile with you for maybe a week or 2 or 3, but then pretty soon they're going to be running 3 miles with you, and it's just baby steps.
And pretty soon they become the example.
Exactly.
But it's the thing is in your brain, you created a limited possibility, instead of having an unlimited possibility, a limited possibility of what you can do.
Right.
And I think that's dangerous. And you really help people break through that.
Yes, absolutely. And even simple things, what I love to do is take people who want to lose weight, and it's usually when people think they have to diet, they think, what do I have to cut out? And I say, you know what, get rid of that mentality. It's what you add. You need to add more water. You need to add more fiber. You need to eat more frequently. You need to eat more protein.
Well, so you said a few interesting things. Adding more fiber, which is adding more water, which is adding, eating more frequently. That might be good for some people.
It's a fun thing. It's a good thing.
Just don't eat as much when you eat it.
Exactly.
I think you can look at substitutes too. Yeah. Substitutes that could be fantastic. For example, what is that? The yam.
Yes, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are great for keeping your blood sugar level even.
Exactly.
They have lots of antioxidants. They're sweet. They're yummy.
That with a cup of coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like a treat. It's like a new treat.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
So there's some simple things that people can do to make big changes in their health.
Yeah.
But also, I've come across this one company that I just believe in so much because they do help us learn about the environment and different simple tricks that we can do to optimize our health around us, but they are the largest wellness manufacturing company in North America, and they profit share 51% of their profits back to their customers. Right. So what that does is what I did was I started off, I was a physical therapist, But I started to be a customer of this company, and I started to realize, oh my goodness, it's helping people, just sharing with them about this online healthy grocery store where we're getting whole food quality products at Target, Walmart prices. And then what I did was I started to make twice as much as I was making as a physical therapist working full time, but I was working around my life instead of.
You know, I have to tell you one thing I like about this product, because I use this product.
Yeah.
I utilize it exclusively in my home. And the reason why is because of the organic, if you will.
Exactly.
All the chemicals that come up in your house, and you know, you're cleaning countertops with chemicals. Well, why don't you substitute it for something that's more natural?
Exactly.
And that's what drew me to utilize the product that you're involved with. It also, what we wash our clothes in.
Yeah.
I don't think all the soap comes out,
Nope.
especially when these washing machines that don't have as much water.
Yeah.
All the soap doesn't come out, so you're stuck with chemicals in your clothes.
Exactly, and then it's on your skin. It's absorbed into your skin within 26 seconds and into your bloodstream.
So why not go with a product that is much healthier for you?
Exactly, exactly. And then by sharing that, you know, we're helping people bring in extra income. We're not only helping them save money on their monthly grocery bill, but we're helping people bring in extra income into their home. So then I think about, you know, what can we do with an extra $500 a month or $1,000 a month or $5,000 a month? What would that enable, you know, the average person to do? That could help them maybe work a little less so they can have more family time. That could help them, you know, usually people graduate college these days and they're $100,000 to $200,000 in student loans that they have to pay. So that's $1,000 a month in student loans that they're paying. How are they going to afford to buy a home?
Right.
And I sit there and I think, if we can pay for our kids' college education up front, more people will have more money to borrow from you to get
borrow on home
their
loans.
first home. It's all good, but you know, it creates, you know, more financial freedom and a better life.
And it creates great conversation. And not only that, the product is amazing. I'll share one thing about the product before we move on. And that is, you were telling me one time that your husband had some periodontal challenges, you know, gums, you know, the gums, because sometimes your gums, you don't take care of them as well, and they just struggle. That was for me. I was struggling. I had to go to a certain dentist to get deep cleaning, and it was really frustrating for me because I brushed my teeth like I was supposed to. I just switched to their toothpaste because you told me, hey,
you gotta try it.
You gotta try this because Eric has not had any periodontal problems.
Right.
Switched it, boom.
Yeah.
I even told my doctor, I says, this is the toothpaste you have to recommend. Of course, all the commercial companies are going in to the doctors and pushing their stuff. I says, this is the one stuff. I haven't had any periodontal problems. I haven't had anything wrong with challenges with my teeth and my gums. And that was just proof.
I know.
The other thing is, I don't itch. I always itch in the fall when it starts to get, you know, the drier weather and the wind picks up, you know, October. I don't itch anymore with the shampoos that I use.
Yeah, and that's fantastic.
And I think it's really trying things out, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Try something out and what works for you, and the products that you guys are involved with.
Just getting the chemicals out makes a big difference.
I use it religiously for my family, and I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then going on, so, you know, the company is great, the products are amazing, the financial opportunity is there, but then also on a personal note, just, you know, to have that extra income, and when we think about, we're working for somebody else, and to be able to make your own hours, to be able to not have to ask for when you have a vacation, and to have, you know, more personal freedom, and, you know, it just creates a better life. Like this morning I got up, I went running, I went to my kids' swim practice and got to watch them doing, you know, backwards relays and all these fun things. Now I'm here with you, and then I'm gonna, you know, do some meetings at home and then go back to the pool, but I'm still working during all of those activities, and it just creates a better personal life. So, you know, if I can help other people do that, what I love about my job with my company is my company can do something positive for every single person on the planet. So part of my job is to meet with as many people as I can and find out what their needs are. And in doing that, what I've been loving is just finding out what people's goals are, what people's dreams are. And whether it's a good fit for my company or not, that's up to them. But I've created this DreamLaunchersAcademy.com where I'm helping people figure out, and because a lot of people are just kind of going through life, and they're not like you, Fred. You are so good about, okay, I want to do an Ironman, so I'm going to figure out how to make it work, and I'm going to reverse engineer the steps, and I'm going to do it. As long as I've known you, you've been that type of person, but you're in the top 3% of the whole population of the world. Not everybody knows how to do that, and so I believe that each person was born with specific, unique gifts and talents. And I think our purpose in life is to find out what those are, nurture them, and release them as a gift to the world around us.
Identify that genius.
Yeah, exactly. And so what I want to do is meet with people. So I would love to offer a free 30-minute consultation. Just if someone is thinking, okay, what are my gifts? I would love to meet with you, consult, brainstorm, see if we can, discover, uncover, and figure out a plan to develop and nurture those dreams.
Love it. Those want to reach out to you.
Yeah. Cool. So call me at 661-433-5053, or you can reach me at dreamlaunchersacademy.com.
Debbie Wolpert. Debbie Wolpert's a licensed physical therapist, and I want to say a dream launcher. I love that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Someone that really helped coach you to have a better tomorrow and have an abundant life. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. This show's Fred Arnold on AM 1220 KHTS. Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. Your host Fred Arnold on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm joined by Debbie Wolpert. Debbie Wolpert is a registered physical therapist for the last couple decades, and a physical therapist with her husband, Eric Wolpert.
At Vargo Physical Therapy.
Vargo, yeah. And I asked you to come in to talk about, and we're into health and wellness, but I want to know, when someone, let's say our age, and let's say between 30 and let's say 55, and they want to have a better tomorrow, but they haven't exercised in a while.
Yeah.
They don't have any major injuries, but they always say, my knee hurts. Well, probably because they started off running 5 miles, right?
Right, and probably because they have some extra pounds on them too.
Exactly. So how do you, let's talk about it, because some people wonder how you got into your great shape, and I'm in pretty good shape because I worked hard and I had a goal.
Yeah.
How do they get started? A couple tips.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if they haven't been working out for a long time, I recommend they see a doctor for a physical, just to make sure they don't have any, high blood pressure or anything like that. But then, you kind of want to start off. You don't want to start off too slowly that you don't see results, but you don't want to jump into a high intensity, high impact thing, because that sends people to our office, which it's good for business, but in the greater good, I really don't want that. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Exactly.
So start off slowly. Maybe just start off walking. If you haven't been running in 20 years, start off walking. If you really want to get back to running, then maybe just do some walking for a couple minutes and then run for a minute, and then walk for a couple minutes and then run for a minute.
Now I got to throw something in. I'm a big fan of CrossFit. That's what I do.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge running into CrossFit, and then what you have to explain to the trainers, because joining a place like that's fine.
Yeah.
Is you have to start slow, because a lot of the people, when they're doing those exercises, they're at they've been going for a year, or they've been going for 6 months.
Right.
And so when they do those exercises,
they already know how to support and engage their core to support their back when they're doing the kettlebells, or they know the right, keep your shoulders back before you lift anything overhead.
Exactly.
They know the proper mechanics.
Exactly. Or you drop the weight to almost nothing. It might not feel like nothing, but tomorrow you'll feel it.
Yes, and just going through the motion is going to be enough to get your muscles, stimulated and past that point where they're going to start to get stronger and bigger and stuff.
So I'm a big fan of joining a gym. I'm a big fan of CrossFit. As long as you know your body.
Yes.
And you know what you're doing, you know what you're getting involved, because there's a lot of good people out there.
Yes.
And there's some bad ones, but if you go in cautiously, even them, you won't get hurt.
And I'm so glad you mentioned CrossFit, because, in that age range that you described, we're losing about 7% of our muscle mass if we're not using it every year. And that can lead to, decreased strength, but also it can lead to osteoporosis, because the muscles aren't able to pull as hard on the bones. And so it's really important to have not only a cardiovascular component of your workout, but also a resistance training where you're building strength. And so, but you definitely want to do it in a smart way, and, take it slow. And what I tell people is, because, in physical therapy, they start to feel better, and then they're like, oh, I can go out and run 3 miles, and I haven't done that in 5 months. And I say, okay, the thing is, start slowly, do, maybe 10% of what you used to do, and the key is not how you're feeling during the activity, but it's how do you feel the next day or two. to make sure that you're not, overdoing it. So
Quick example real quick. I was running in my Ironman in Hawaii, and my knee hurt I ran 15 miles 2 weeks earlier. I just stopped running. I stopped running until the Ironman in Hawaii, but I did everything else. The swim, I think we ran like a mile at a time, 2 of them. But you know your body.
Yes.
And then back off.
Yeah.
And then the Ironman Hawaii ended up being fine and smooth because I took the pressure where it was. I was in good enough shape at the time.
Right.
But lay off when you feel that. Know your body, understand your body. Ask questions to the physical therapist. Ask questions to your coach.
And your personal
Ask questions to your
trainer.
doctor. Yeah.
But another thing, can I add one more thing?
Yes.
Because, when people are exercising, yes, you go for your run and then you're like, okay, I've got to jump in the shower and get to work. Make sure that you take the time to stretch out after. Because when you're stretching out afterwards is actually more important than stretching out before. Your muscles are more pliable, you're warm, they're less apt to get little micro tears that can lead to a larger injury, and it also helps to keep you flexible, especially in that age group that
we talked about. Yeah.
Yes, we need to prevent injuries, and so we need to stay, stretching and flexible.
Another piece of advice: if you're going to work out, run around the building, even if they don't tell you to, and get there early.
Yes.
Because for some reason, warming up that body,
Yeah.
it loosens up your back, it loosens up your legs, it loosens up your mind, it loosens up
does.
everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't do that. Let's rapid fire. We'll have about a minute. Some questions or some tips.
Okay, so some tips. Definitely make sure that you're drinking enough. You want to replace with electrolytes. Like I said, and you said to run around the building. Do any type of dynamic warm-up before you exercise. That can help. And then stretching out really nicely, doing some static stretches for 30 seconds, hold, at least 2 to 3 times afterwards. You want to refuel within 30 minutes, refuel with like a protein shake or something that refuels your muscles and your glycogen stores.
Have it in your car already.
Have in the car ready to go. That's a great way. And then just be sensible. Wear sensible shoes. If you haven't run in, 2 years, maybe get new shoes, because that can really help to, if your shoes are like worn crazy and stuff like that, then that can, if you put those on and start running miles and miles, then you're going to get, your knees injured or something like that. So just be sensible. Start slowly, get the right equipment, eat and drink well and enjoy.
Well, we gotta jump. But I would like to have you back and talk about, let's say, specifically the health side.
I would love to.
What you put in your mouth and what you're eating.
Yeah, I would love to.
So important.
And also sports-specific things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you right now, Eric looks phenomenal.
He does. Yeah.
I think he's a year younger than me, and his fitness level is just amazing.
I know. And
tell him how much I appreciate it.
He is doing great. Yeah. And it really hasn't. It's been simple steps. So that's what I want to convey to people. It can be done, and it can be done without torturing yourself.
I'm gonna start calling you Coach now.
Okay.
Coach
Call
Debbie.
me Coach.
Coach
I
Debbie.
love it.
Vargo Physical Therapy, Debbie Wolpert. Those who want to reach out to you, Debbie?
Yeah, you can get me at 661-259-2621 or Debbie@DebbieWolpert.com.
Perfect. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanking you for having me.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. This is Fred Arnold on AM 1220 KHTS.